Alright, so the new Pokemon Direct dropped a few hours ago, and I wanted to quickly take a look back again at the leak that was posted around 2 weeks prior, I think. Now, at first glance, it looks like he got a lot of things right, but a majority of the posts remained unconfirmed. However, with how accurate the info they got right with the release of today's Direct was, it may be quite safe to assume that the rest of it is real. Still, I'd rather not make assumptions and act as if it's 100% confirmed just yet. But for the purpose of this video, let's go through some of the more interesting parts of the leak, assuming that these are likely going to be in the final game. So first off, Eternatus, the evil legendary. We've been shown the legendary doggos of Pokemon Sword and Shield, Zacian and Zamazenta. I really hope I pronounced them right. And it appears that, well, not appears, but they are going to be the game mascots. As we saw in the trailer, they appear to be on guard for something else, and taking this leak into account, it definitely seems like these two Pokemon are preparing against Eternatus, the villain Pokemon in the new games. Perhaps Zacian and Zamazenta are like the protectors or the knights of the Galar region to defend against this evil Pokemon. That's what it seems like according to this leak. Now let's move on to Gigantamaxing, which, based on the description here, is like Dynamax and Mega Evolution combined. Gigantamaxing is different from Dynamax as it changes what the Pokemon looks like. Meowth looks like a long cat, Lapras gets layers like musical bars to its shell and musical notes, and Pikachu looks like Fat Retro Pikachu. We've only been shown Dynamaxing, so if Gigantamaxing is in the game, it'll definitely be interesting to see how it'll differ from Dynamax. And I also wonder if Z-moves can be used while Dynamaxing, or if Z-moves will even be featured in this game. I personally hope so, since it'd be a shame if Mega Evolutions and Z-moves weren't expanded upon. Moving on, the leaker claims there will be regional evolutions, and use Farfetch'd and Meowth as examples. Some Pokemon like Farfetch'd will get regional evolutions like Surfetch'd. Meowth looks like a ball of spiky gray fur. Now, if Farfetch'd actually does get an evolution, I'm gonna be really happy because I always wondered if Farfetch'd would ever get one. If we get a Surfetch'd, as the leaker claims, I really want it to be like an evolved Farfetch'd whose leak weapon that it always holds turns into a sword or something. Now I'm just imagining Miku Hatsune with daggers or something, like that one custom skin for Katarina in League of Legends. Skvovet and Greendunt, if the leaker recalls correctly, are chipmunk Pokemon who can be encountered while shaking trees for berries. This reminds me of the headbutt trees from the Johto region where you can encounter Pokemon by, well, headbutting a tree. Because, you know, screwing around with trees is always a good idea. Now here he makes a false statement that we will be getting our first Fairy-type gym. We already got one in X and Y, the Laver gym, led by Valerie. This is just a minor mistake on the Bleaker's part, so we'll let that slide. The Fairy-type gym will be led by an actress named Opal, and the other gym leaders that he's named so far are Milo, Nessa, and Kabu. We've got confirmation that Milo is a gym leader, and he's very likely to be the first one since he's the only one revealed so far, and I assume they'd want to keep the other gym leaders a surprise for the release of the game. Gym battles look to be a mixture of island trials from Pokemon Sun and Moon and the classic gym battles. We fight gym leaders as a staple for a Pokemon franchise, but it seems like we'll need to first finish gym challenges first. The leaker has given us some examples of what the challenges are like. Milo has you herding sheep Pokemon named Wooloo, but Pamper, the electric corgi Pokemon, will startle them and send them rolling elsewhere. Nessa has you running through a maze where water blocks the way, and Kabu requires you to catch Pokemon and get 5 points, but you have to be in a party battle with another trainer who's also trying to catch it. I personally like what they've done here, as it'll make gyms more interesting rather than just solving puzzles and battling trainers on the way. I mean, I did enjoy the puzzle aspects of gyms, so I hope they're still there in the form of gym challenges. The Pokemon enemy of this game will be called Camping, or at least I assume that's what the Pokemon enemy will be like in this game. You'll get 2 toys, a feather toy and a toy Pokeball, which can raise friendship. You can make curry, which will raise stats and friendliness. I really enjoyed Pokemon enemy, but I hope the feature that lets you play with Pokemon this time around will feel a lot less, repetitive? I remember Pokemon enemy just being a cycle of feeding your Pokemon until it's full, then bringing its hunger back up by playing minigames. It wasn't bad, but it was something I didn't feel like I had fun doing for more than around 20-25 minutes at a time, so here's hoping that the camping feature will be a lot more enjoyable. Because who doesn't love interacting with their own Pokemon, right? I'm a little sad though that Pokemon will not walk with you on the overworld map in this game. I was really hoping that they only decided not to show us that in the last Direct, but after this Direct it really does seem like we won't be walking with Pokemon this time around. Speaking about overall Pokemon, it also looks like Wild Pokemon will be a mixture of the classic random encounter in tall grass and the Pokemon Let's Go version where we see the Pokemon in the overworld. Now, let's remember that this leaker only got part of this leak correct, so there is a chance that the rest of the post is fake, but after today's direct, it definitely seems way more credible. Overall, it just seems like Game Freak is bringing in parts that they like from different games and mixing them together. Mixing island trials with classic gym battles, random encounters in tall grass mixing with Pokemon World encounters, and max raid battles were definitely taken from Pokemon Go's raid style battles. And the new additions to the game look pretty hyped, to be honest. Especially the Kaiser-sized Pokemon battles. Holy crap, Pacific Rim-style Pokemon Rush, we got monsters again!